Hello everybody, Samuel here from TFI Creations, and this is episode 3 of the TFI podcast. I have here with me MK as usual. Say hello.
Hey, hello, the usual co-host who technically started this but got pushed to co-host because it's not my channel.
So today things are going to be a little bit different, as some of you may have heard from episode 2. MK suggested there might be some surprises here. So MK is actually literally right next to me here.
I can touch him. I don't know if this pick up on the mic, but this is the sound of me like
this is disgusting. And not only do we have MK here, we'll go clockwise. We'll go counterclockwise. We also have M Chords, known as Matt.
Oh God, get me out of here!
He's been in a couple behind the scenes videos.
I'm always in the shadows, always in the background.
You pulled Gigawatt.
I did.
He also transformed Eraser.
I've been here since day one with that TFCon.
He also did a really cool Skylinks pose in Return to Earth that got cut.
Yeah, and then you cut it. All my hard work.
And to the left or right of Matt, before I got in more trouble, we have Coolerite, leader of Prime
I feel
Targets.
insulted I wasn't first, so just go to Gavin next.
Okay, Gavin's introducing.
Gavin's the guy who's known for screaming, so can he screams a lot.
I'm the silly little guy. I scream. I'm like, oh, it breathes fire? Oh no.
That's totally how Scorponok sounded.
Yeah,
we skipped over that Coolerite guy a bit, but like I don't think he's done much with the channel.
No, we saved the best for last. Coolerite, tell us about yourself.
That was a nice save. Well, I'm here. I'm the financial provider for the entire channel. And whether it's a figure that gets blown up or the hands cut off, I'm always throwing money in somehow.
I throw money in occasionally, but like it's like a 90-10.
60-40.
It's 64. I will warn you guys, you will hear some fiddling of action figures in the background. Gavin has been transforming movie masterpiece.
Somebody doesn't like transforming their figures. So somebody has to, and it's me. It's always me.
He's transforming movie masterpiece Optimus. So
now that we got introductions out of the way, you wanna talk about the big thing that happened this weekend?
So the big thing that happened this weekend was, of course, TFCon Toronto.
2023, baby.
Mm-hmm. And it was again just an awesome thing because the same TFI members that came last year also managed to come this year, along with a few extra people, which was really, really cool. Gavin, I swear, what are you doing to my masterpiece?
No, because look, it's the QC issue where like it won't go level unless you put the doors with the windows at the same time.
Wait.
And,
Let me see. I'll
yeah,
show you.
I did it first, but then
So we interrupt this current podcast with transforming with Coolerite and Gavin. So if you have an NPM movie Optimus and you have an issue tabbing in the front, just
it's a skill issue.
Yeah, just call your local.
Because it's actually not a QC thing. If like you actually look at it really closely, and I discovered this like
you discovered it
years ago. You're supposed to like. There's a certain click the hands are supposed to do.
Wait, what?
Yes, like legit. I just forgot what it was because I haven't transformed this thing in like forever. But there's a click that you do, and you don't have to like do that perfect alignment, and it stays. I promise you. I just have to remember what it was.
Because it is a krill issue on my end.
Yeah.
God, this room is so hot. Get it up.
So, at TFCon Toronto this weekend, guest.
I'm wearing a leather jacket in a room full of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men. Oh.
This podcast is going to be the least structured, least professional one we got going.
Until next year's, baby, when we do this again.
So, we had the Transformers YouTuber panel, which I was on with a bunch of other creators. That was a good time. Met David K, Franca Tadaro, is that how you pronounce it?
I think so.
That was a good time. What did you guys think?
I had a blast. I bought toys. I think we all bought toys.
Well, someone bought toys for you.
I actually bought most of my toys. All right, there was only one toy bought for me. 2 toys bought for me. All right.
3.
Simply just have more money next time. What are you,
Oh,
poor?
no, I'm just making stuff up.
What?
What are you, poor? Just have more money next time.
Yeah, like come on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sounds like a krill issue.
It really is.
Not so shrimple, is it?
Yeah, no, it was a fun time. Got to meet some people. Got to say hi. I got to see that giant Cosmos custom that sold for like
cool.
$1,000.
With the ray gun.
It did have a little ray gun. The person who bought it, they were just carrying it around like a little baby. They should have got like a little
The stroller like last year.
Yeah.
Oh, someone out there has that Unicron, right?
Yeah, last year someone put their
Oh,
head
yeah.
I was there.
You were not there for that one.
He was there in spirit.
In spirits.
Hey, young.
Oh.
I had fun. It's like, I mean, I bought toys. That's pretty much all I did.
I think that's what we all did.
I didn't even stick out with you guys much time. I just ran my own, like, I'm gonna buy this, and I've lost everyone. Like, I run around the convention.
No, I just might like. There were so many times I would try to stick with Coolerite or MK or you or anyone else, and then I would look away and they would just be gone. And I, for some reason, and MK, I think you were the same, kept bumping into Commode and Cam.
Oh yeah, no, I kept bumping into him, and like, cause I had never met him prior to this. The only connection I had was you knew him, and so like, there was one time I walked up to you when you were talking to him, and I was like, oh hey, it's me, MK, or I'm MK, nice to meet you, blah blah blah. And then after that moment, on that Sunday, after that moment, like 3 or 4 times that day, we would just randomly bump into each other and just, oh hey.
But I would scare him every time I approached. You know that meme of like the police officer? I think it was in Cloudy with Chance of Meatballs, like running up to him. That's how I approached Cam every time.
And that's how I approached you.
He looked horrified.
I thought it was fun. It felt better this year because last year I remember I got one thing out of the entire like convention, and it wasn't even bought by me. MK bought it for me. And so, like, the day after, when everyone was unboxing their things, like, oh man, I got this, I'm sitting here with a figure I can't even open because I had to keep it in box so it wouldn't break when I stuck it in my luggage. And I'm like, it was the original 07 liter Optimus.
Yeah.
See, I didn't want to open it because it has, those rubber smokestacks.
It was the version that came with the 2, like, Jazz and Bumblebee.
Yeah.
mini
Oh,
guns.
really? Oh, shit.
This year, Coolerite spent a bit more money.
Yeah.
You had 3 masterpieces. I remember you bought 3 masterpieces this year. We can talk about which ones. But I remember after you bought them, you went back and you're like, I still have money to spend. I need more.
Yeah, that's right. On day 1, what did I buy? I bought...
You're the GOAT.
Yeah, I bought the You're the Goat.
And Grimlock, I think. Didn't you get them both on day
Yes,
1?
I got them on the same day. I got You're the Goat. I got the MP08X comic-colored Masterpiece Grimlock.
King Grimlock. It comes with this crown, but does it come with a chair?
No, it doesn't come... I think
Mentioned.
the newer, like, re-release they did a few years back came with the chair. And then I got Movie 1 Jazz, mint in box, but I opened it. And then I got, the Universal exclusive Leader Class Studio Series Megatron and Legacy Crosscut. And I think I got all those on day 1. Wait, no, I got the Megatron on day 2.
Yeah.
But also on day 2, when I had so much, like, excess money left, I was looking for something to buy, and I was debating the Revenge of the Fallen Masterpiece Starscream.
One of my favorite things you said to me was, I want that Revenge of the Fallen Masterpiece Starscream, but that's a mold I already have. I don't want to spend that much on a mold I already have. So in order to do that, you didn't.
I just spent the money on an exact figure of something I already own, just mint in box. So I bought myself a second Coolerite, like completely mint, unopened, that I'm probably just gonna keep as like a, ow, you hit my knee.
I'm so sorry.
What are you gonna do with that mint in box? You cut yourself off when you hit your knee.
See, I was thinking 2 things. One, I was thinking if I like had a bigger sub count and like more people knew me, I wanted to sign it and auction it off at the at the panel or whatever. But knowing that not that many people are probably gonna care too much for a signed mint Coolerite, I think I just might.
I would.
Shut up! You have one. I'm probably just gonna keep it as like a legacy type thing. Like, oh look, I got me in a box that's never been opened, and I'm gonna sign it just to add importance to me.
Hey, so Gavin, how was your TFCon?
Oh, jeez Louise. So this is my first Transformers convention I went to, and
You made a mistake the day before, though.
I made a mistake my day 1 of being here. Because I've been to conventions before. I have a local convention I go to. And usually it's like, the guests are super cheap, so it's like, usually get a free sign and a free picture, then whatever is, extra, it's a little extra. But it's like cheap, it's like $15, $20 USD, not Monopoly money. And then the stuff in the vendor room is usually overpriced. TFCon is flip-flop for some reason. And like, each a signature and a picture is a 50 each, and then like 80 for both.
Yeah, see, that's normal. All the conventions I go to,
Really?
that's normal. I've
I
never
suppose
had...
just because it's like a local convention.
Yeah, yours is small, yeah.
Yeah, but, yeah, so then, but everything in the vendor hall was like super affordable. Like, I bought so many toys. But I you see, because I thought it was standard convention stuff, or I guess local convention stuff, I was like, okay, the money I spend in the stores is going to be the same amount of money I spend at the con. No, so I bought like all of Toys R Us and Walmart's stock about Transformers.
The day before.
Like the 3 days before.
And also the Friday before, too.
The Friday before, too, yeah. And then, then I got to the convention and everything was super affordable and I had $45 to my name.
But thankfully we met a spy there.
So thankfully, yeah, we met a skeleton spy, and I used him as my wallet. And I don't get paid till 2 days after I leave, so I have to give the spy all of my money after I leave because I bought. There's so much. How was it? 360 was the last time 400? Holy moly!
I wish I spent that less at the convention.
No, because there was so much cool stuff. Like, I found the human figures for animated, like Fanzone Sari and Professor Sumdac, and then, like, a mint sealed in bag Pounce and Wingspan from BotCon. It was a lot. But here's the thing. I met two of my favorite voice actors. Right? Mr. David K, right? He's that guy. Yeah. But also Paul Eiding, Grandpa Max. Like, he voiced Perceptor, the quintessence. I don't give a shit about that. Well, it's Grandpa Max. He voiced Grandpa Max from Ben 10, dude. Yeah!
And then he was looking at Transformers smut later.
He was looking at Transformers porn while I was buying hot motor oil from...
So while you were buying said Transformers
smut... Yeah, while I was buying said Transformers, the 18-plus smut... Paul Eiding with Grandpa Max company, I was like, he does some very nice stuff. And I was like, yeah, he does. Thumbs up. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
So, for those of you, if you went to the TFCon this year, on Saturday you might have noticed there was a spy, or no, sorry, it was just an Optimus Prime. So the spy is with us today. How was your time at a TFCon?
You can't prove anything. It was pretty good. I know very little about robots, but I know a lot about TF2, so I got confused. But
you heard TF and you thought it was a Team Fortress Con, and you were just...
Yeah. I learned that they turn into cars, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but some don't.
And yet you got one that turns into a dinosaur.
Yeah, you got one that turned into a dinosaur. It's the best toy ever made.
It is the best toy ever made.
I really hope... So the toy he's referring to is the Fall of Cybertron Voyager class Grimlock from Generations, but not the standard release. The one that was repackaged for Age of Extinction, that's like all G1 toy colors. Best toy ever made.
It truly is. It goes raw sometimes, and that's all you need out of any toy ever.
I guess we're kind of doing this out of order because TFCon happened later, but we also did shoot some of Hearts of Steel, which... That was interesting. We blew up a train.
Yeah, so on the Friday right before the convention, the same as last year, we all went down to the ravine where all of TFI is shot. And there was a mishap with some of the fireworks that we were using. So we were using practical firecrackers for, like, explosions on the ground for bombs and bullets hitting around the trains.
The footage will be in the, like, bloopers and stuff for Hearts of Steel, right?
Yeah, most likely.
Good.
So what happened is one of the explosives were set up right next to the track, and as the train was going around, the train got stuck on one of the curves. So on each end of the track, we would have crew members grab the train and push it back onto the track into position. Well, someone with the username Firestrike grabbed the train, tried to bring it around the corner, but ended up derailing the train. And the train is motorized, so it kept going off the tracks until it hit a rock and stopped right next to the explosive that still had at least 2 or 3 minutes worth of explosives inside of it. So it just kept going and going. The coal car got singed. The train at the front got completely singed. Most of it was recoverable, and they'll still be fine for future shoots. But we just had to watch it happen. We just had to watch. And it was at one point I thought, okay, I realized I have a water bottle, so I poured the water bottle all over the firework and the trains, but it was too late. A lot of it was singed and damaged, but it looks great for the film.
We also used a smoke bomb, didn't we?
Oh, yes, we did. We used a little smoke grenade stick to imply, because like, there's some scenes where like trains like derail and get damaged. So we had a black smoke grenade that generated smoke coming out of these things. Okay, so I want to explain what's happening right now. Coolerate is putting figures into lewd positions while M Chords and Gavin are playing rock paper scissors.
And they're getting the same.
Oh!
Alright, M-Cord just beat Gavin with a rock to paper.
I didn't think a dinosaur.
This
named
is why
Aang
you
could
need
do
a
that.
video portion.
I told him to set up a camera, but it was too late.
No, it's like the shirt that we got, where it's like I want to get fingered by Beast Wars Megatron in the back of a 2011 Honda Civic. Wow.
So another fun part. While we're telling you stories about all the smoke bombs and explosions we used, keep in mind we're doing this in a public park, like a public forest. So the whole time we're setting off these explosives, people are just walking by. At one point, right as a smoke bomb, there's a group of people walking by. We set off one of the smoke bombs, and they just turn around.
Instantly turn
They
around.
just instantly turn around.
I was convinced that with the amount of smoke, someone was going to call like the fire department or something.
Yeah.
Just be like, "There's just a lot of smoke coming out of those woods over there."
I love how
in
we
the
were
middle of
worried
this
about
fire
getting.
season.
I love how we were worried about getting almost arrested when the explosives in the park, but that's not where we got almost arrested because Gavin M-Cords, the spy, and I almost got arrested on the way to TFCon.
Right outside of Tim Hortons. and
Yeah,
everything.
right outside of a Tim
God,
Hortons
Timmy's.
because we were all stopping. We wanted to go to the bank to pull out some cash for TFCon. So one of the spy was with us, full spy cosplay, including the balaclava, and so we tell him don't go into the bank because he's wearing a suit and a balaclava. That's going to make people weirded out.
Not too obvious.
Yeah, so we have him stay out.
It's the fly, man. I want the fly. It's gonna go on the mic and it's gonna get the buzz in the ears.
Look at the peak!
Rise of the peak. Yes, peak fiction.
So
When I edit this, that's gonna scare the shit out of me.
all right, so yeah, so we were trying to pull money out of the bank to have cash for TFCon because thankfully we did because the ATMs were so unreliable this year. But so we go there and we have the spy cosplayer stand outside because we know we don't want him to. So we go in, we do our thing at the ATMs, we leave. Right as Gavin's finishing up and leaving, the bank teller comes out and is like, "Hey, you guys, what are you guys doing here?" We're like, "Oh, we're just getting cash." "Well, can you head out? You're kind of scaring some people." So we're like, "Okay, we get it. We leave." So we leave immediately. We're like, we already got our cash. We're just nerds. One guy's in a cosplay. We got to go to Tim Hortons. So we're walking down to Tim Hortons to get breakfast right before we go to the con room. Squad car just pulls up.
Like right in front of
Right
us.
in
Like
front
we're
of
about
us.
to like cross like the driveway and he fucking
Like,
pulls up.
Yeah,
Stops us on the sidewalk. He's
Yeah.
just like in the fucking road.
No, so like he squad car stops right on our way to Tim Hortons. And we're like, damn, we just want breakfast, man. Had to run all our IDs. And of course,
Oh god, yeah.
the one person who was the most suspicious, the guy dressed up as the spy, was the one guy who didn't have his ID on him at the moment.
I mean, it would have been fine if he was a gamer.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so true. No,
Nobody
because the
was.
other
He
cop
was a
was saying
gamer.
sus.
He was the
So,
wrong kind of gamer.
yeah, then
The
another
racist one.
then another squad car pulls up because he radios for backup for four early 20-year-olds goofing around about to go to a toy convention. A second squad car pulls up. They have to run all our IDs. And they don't know what TF2 is,
Yeah.
but they know what Among Us is because one of them says sus.
Yeah, they called us sus for standing outside the outside the bank.
Of course, like
No, and then my favorite part about it was like he at first they're like, oh, they try and tell us like, oh, you know, well you shouldn't be peeping in banks and stuff. We weren't. We straight up say no. That's why we left him outside, and he wasn't peeping in the bank. He was just.
I stood with my back turned to the bank on the curb.
that was it.
Also, he had little candy cigarettes. And he had little candy cigarettes.
You didn't think to take off the balaclava?
I thought it would be
No, he
funnier
wore
if
it
I
the
didn't.
whole day almost.
Yeah, no, we went to so many. We went into the mall, into a Walmart, all
Walked
that.
through a
While,
Walmart and mall.
and then
Yeah.
once that happened, it was like, okay, we got to ditch the balaclava till we get to the con.
Yeah.
That would have been my first thought.
But then we got the chicken, or not the chicken, the turkey bacon clubs.
We did get the turkey bacon clubs. Those were really good.
I thought it was fine when I left and there wasn't any cops called and I went, alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was. It's
no harm,
honestly
no foul.
like if we had, you know, maybe caused a problem, be like, no, we can't leave or something. But the guy comes out and immediately we're like, yeah, no, we've just like I'm still under the assumption that like there was some like person there that was withdrawing and was like, because the guy came out and said you're scaring the people inside. So I assume it's one person who's just like, yeah, there's people outside about to rob the bank. And the guy's like, okay, he kicks us out. And then, okay, he's gone. And she's like, oh, are they getting arrested? And the guy's like, no, we just let him, 911, yes, the bank's about to be robbed. Like, that's my theory of how that happened.
The most honest criminal to ever rob a bank leaves when he's asked, and he still gets run.
No, my favorite thing is like, yes, you're in a balaclava, but the rest of us are unmasked, going into the bank, doing all. It's like, yes, that's what we play. That's exactly how that's going to be planned.
It's a brilliant plan. You just don't understand.
Oh yeah, it's genius.
You hit the box.
But then we went to TFCon. It was all fine. Okay. Well, then we went to TFCon. It was all fine.
Oh, it wasn't all fine.
What?
It was not all fine.
What do you mean it was not all fine?
How much money I had to borrow from Andrew?
Oh well, yeah, that's because
So
yeah.
much money. On top of that, I bought a computer from Mr. Bones
So much
and
money.
JoJo's figures.
So much money.
There's so much money.
So much money.
And you're gonna have to pay. He's gonna have to pay for some aquarium tickets too.
Oh,
No, we're not done.
We're all done. Oh, and my medical
Yeah.
thing stuff.
Oh, you had to pay for
Yeah,
your
maybe
medical bills.
$75.
75.
Yeah, plus the knee
This country's a
brace.
sham.
Yeah,
Free healthcare.
for
For
you
us.
guys.
Look,
Yeah.
it's free, but it's terrible.
So M Courts has a pool. We've all swam in it. Well, not Andrew, but everyone else. Not the spy, but everyone else swam in it.
So like Wednesday is the day. Like, so I came on Tuesday. We went swimming on what, Wednesday night. Or something like that.
it would have been. Or no, we went Wednesday and then
Oh, Wednesday.
night.
Yeah. And so there's a ladder in the deep end. So like I was trying to put a flamingo float. Like, it's like a tire float with a flamingo head. I tried to put that on because it was awesome. But it was too small for me to put on in the deep end. So I was like, okay, I need some footing. And so I thought it would be a good idea to get up on the ladder, do it on the ladder. But so I was like, okay, well if I do it, so I do it this way. It'd be better if I was facing towards the pool. That way I could just jump in. So I was facing my back was to the pool. I had the flamingo up on my head, but I was like, okay, I should be facing the pool though. So I went to go turn around, but my left leg was stationary on the ladder while I turned my entire body around, and I heard a loud crack and I fell in the pool. And so I got back up right away and I sat down. It hurt like hell for a minute, but it was fine for like after 20, 30 minutes. It was chilling, right? So I went back in the pool, didn't think of anything of it. I thought it was just like, oh, I just cracked or whatever. It's gonna be fine or whatever. It's gonna be. It'll take a second to heal. Then stop hurting. Like it was very minor pain. It was slightly annoying. Then Sunday came. Yeah, yesterday actually, and we were walking to Sam's panel with all the other creators. And I'm a very big guy. I'm 6'3", and I'm kind of chunky. And I was trying to I was following Coolray and MK, I think, to our seats.
Yeah.
And I kind of collapsed in the middle. My knee popped out, and I collapsed on the seats because it was so small and I was twisting my leg. That hurt really bad. That hurt big bad hurty, big bad feeling hurty.
I felt bad. I was laughing during that panel because we were all there. Like we were part of Sam's crew. And we would not stop showing up with him. Even it was so like at one point someone on the panel there was
This won't stop. It won't stop making its transforming noises.
That's just like the panel.
So on the panel, someone asked like a video of like what's your least favorite video you've ever made, and so Sam said Blitzkrieg, and then like the obnoxious children we all yelled, yeah, Blitzkrieg sweep or whatever, and then Sam immediately goes, don't look it up. So I pull it up on my phone and immediately show it to all the other panelists. I think even Vangelis made a joke, like airdrop that to me or something.
Yeah.
But we can go back to the panel in a second when we talk about TFI stuff. But while I was grilling for these guys, because we were in the pool again, it was fine. After 20 minutes again, 20, 30 minutes, it was fine. It just hurt more. But so we were all swimming, and I got out to grill. I was the grill master, because I'm a burger man. I was grilling. I was doing it. We had JoJo's music playing, and I was.
I noticed the barbecue said Big Green on it.
Yeah, it did say Big Green on it. Big Green egg.
Yeah, it was you. You're Big Green.
It was destined.
Big Green.
Ape together strong.
Anyways, I was busting my moves, and my signature dance move is I get kind of close to the ground, I move my knees a lot. It popped out again, but I saw it this time, and it popped out to the left. And I was like, ah! And so then I sat down. Luckily, it was after I was done grilling, so it was no, what wasn't it? I don't think it was done grilling. No, it was in the middle of grilling. Yeah. Anyways, we grilled. It was fine, and then I went to the health clinic this morning, and I'm fine. I'm not financially.
just possibly a torn ligament.
Yeah, I'm snowing. It's fine. I'll go to the health center. Give me another health scare for free. Then, okay. Anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, going back to the con, one thing I want to say is there was a lot of really cool people there. Like, obviously, the cool David K, all the actors and stuff. But I mean, like, there was a lot of, like, cool, like, artists and stuff. Like, I wish I remember the names. But Gavin, Imcords, and I, can you stop transforming Megatron, for fuck's sake?
No, but he's so cool.
Gavin, Imports and I all got these little... There was this person who made these, like, custom-made necklaces of Transformers vehicles. And I got a Starscream. Cords got a Thundercracker, and Gavin got a Skywarp.
What is a Thundercracker?
I got Thundercracker.
You said, why'd you say? You said Cool Alright has a...
No,
Did I?
chords.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
Imcords.
he said chords.
No, it sounded like Cool Alright.
Well, Imcords is the one who got the Thundercracker. And then there was a bunch of, like, artists that... Like, I got an RC... I wish I remembered their names. I really should. Because I know I got an RC print from someone that was really cool. I'm probably going to be posting about it on, like, my Twitter and
You got
stuff.
porn.
What?
You got porn.
Well, yeah, I did get hot motor oil.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone who went to that con got hot motor oil.
Yeah.
And if you know what it is, good for you. You have taste.
What other point is there to go?
Exactly. And then another thing, this one, because I found them on Twitter, but I do know I got little stickers from this person called Part Magical Art on Twitter. I remember I stopped by. They're the only ones who I do 100% remember their booth. I wish I remembered the others. Next time I will make a note to... Gavin almost crashed Leader Class Animated Megatron into Studio Series Leader Class Grimlock. So yeah, no, I wish next time I wanna make more, because I would love to give more shout outs to, like, just the artists and stuff that did. That's one of my favorite parts about going to cons, especially local ones, is like artist alleys and such.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I always like just giving, like, you know, supporting those people.
There's a funny thing too
Yeah.
about the seeker necklaces. Those are all our favorite seekers or
Yep.
our favorite Transformers.
Yep.
Like my favorite Transformer is Skywarp.
My favorite Seeker and favorite Decepticon is Starscream.
Did you know? Oh yeah, you.
I use my favorite Seeker, Thundercracker.
Did you know Sam's favorite seeker is Bumblebee movie Blitzwing?
I was just
No,
I was about to bring that up.
So on the I don't know if the panel will probably be on YouTube on someone else's channel. But one of my favorite things, one of the questions someone asked was, what is your favorite Seeker, but you can't say the main trio? And the two answers that weren't Seekers were Emperor Kumquat. They have a channel. Their answer was the top half of Overlord, which I thought that was a funny answer.
Yeah.
But then Sam, Mr. doesn't know anything about Transformers, goes, can I say Blitzwing from the Bumblebee movie? And you could feel the rooms just...
Because he was called a seeker in that one.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
cool, but like, we're...
You just feel the silence in the room. It's like... You,
barely a character, and I'm one who I like Bumblebee movie Blitzwing. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. Come on, man.
Sam doesn't care about, like, actual character. He just, when Robot do cool, he's like, yes.
Robot do cool, yes.
I mean,
Exactly.
Sam, not gonna lie.
No, that is you, though. Like,
Yeah,
your
like-
favorite characters are all the little guys that have, like, 5
My
minutes of
favorite
screen time.
character of all time for Transformers is Skywarp.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
Yeah.
okay, to be fair, you have a favorite character type too. The cocky asshole type.
I do love cocky characters.
You do.
oh, but also like Hot Rod.
What?
Hot Rod's my number 2. Rodimus Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, number 2. Your number 2 has a lot in Transformers.
Yeah.
Last boss standing, what?
That's what's standing. So...
Okay, so I want to real quick just do, because we usually do this. I checked right now. We did get a couple. We got 2 questions on the last one. So someone asked, so Ian Miller 23170 asked, so you guys will be making the new 4th gigawatt. Are we making a 4th gigawatt?
No.
Yes. Oh,
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Hey.
Yes?
I think I should. Oh, crap! He fell. We are. I'll say this. After everything calms down here, after the TFCon storm, I have a few days left here. But me and Sam are planning to like sit down and go through like the final script for the 4th gigawatt. It's ready. We just have to like make sure all the typos are out. It's what we want it to be. And then we should be in production, later this year or next year?
It's gonna be a year-long production for sure, because it's such a long project. The script is over, I think, 70 or maybe 80 pages. It's a long film, and it's got a lot of story elements to it. It's got a lot of heart and emotional scenes, and I'm looking forward to that. So some of it will begin filming this year, but also, like, there's So the film's production will be quite long because we require the seasons to change throughout this film, and that's not really a new thing. The Interstellar remake and the original changed seasons throughout the film. Maverick went from summer to fall to winter progressively. Gigawatt's going to do something quite similar, and then the way we do it is going to be quite unique. So yeah, Gigawatt goes into production this year, but only in small little snippets.
For you.
For real.
And then
real.
the next question is from Brittany Lewis 9058. We've answered this a couple times on the Discord, but never on the channel. Have you seen the new Transformers Jurassic World collaboration? I'll bet they'll be perfect for a Jurassic Park sequel. Yes, we have seen that collaboration, and ideas have been brewing. And it was just constant ats and discords and stuff. Like, hey, have you seen this? Have you? Yes, we have.
Yeah.
And ideas were immediately brewing.
Oh, like that's not like immediately. It isn't even the question. As soon as that set got revealed, the group chat was going off about ideas, suggestions, and we have ideas for those two characters as well that we think are quite fun and funny.
It's just Nedry.
It's just Nedry. But I'm also excited to see what we would do with like TFCon. We had some ideas about that because there's a lot of loose ends that were still in Jurassic Spark. Like, are there more Shockwave experiments? Are there any others doing experiments? So there's more things that we can talk about.
And I feel like one of the things we definitely want to... I mean, I don't think we've ever said on the channel, but it was very hinted at. Like, Jurassic Spark 2 will very much dive into the fossilizers.
Yes.
The whole ending at the end was to say, hey, we're setting up things for the sequel. Fossilizers.
Yes. So yes, we have definitely seen the set. I still get pinged to this day.
You do?
I do.
Didn't we get some ads on Twitter? Like
Yeah.
People, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool though. That means people watch our stuff.
That's
Yeah.
good.
There was someone. I liked the people asking questions towards you at the TFCon panel. Like, it's like, oh hey, people reference that.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I like that. No, it's a lot of fun to engage with the viewers and the audience and those that leave comments, which is why I think the podcast MK was a great idea because we had a chance to sort of interact with them a bit more. And while the podcasts don't really get the views as quickly as the films do, it's still a fun thing to do and allow the viewers who are interested in more behind the scenes stuff and interested more about the crew themselves. This was a good idea.
I will say I was surprised by how positive of the reception the podcast does get. Like, more people interact with it than I thought. I didn't expect to see comments and questions and actually things that like... I wasn't expecting to see all like the comments and questions and stuff. Like, it makes me really happy to see people actually engaging and wanting more. Like, usually when we release an episode, people are like, oh, I'm glad this is continuing. I want to see more of it. Yeah, so TFCon, that was a great time. And did you bump into anyone at TFCon that like was like, hey, you're TFI?
Oh yeah, no, that happened. I think there was a couple moments. There was a moment where we were waiting in line for David K, and that line moved slowly. It was like a single step
Like
every
Alex
20
Melons.
minutes. Was that?
Like Alex Melons.
Oh
Yeah.
no, that was worse.
Yeah.
So I was having a conversation with members and friends, and then from behind me, I hear, "Excuse me," and I look over, and there was like these two young teens there, and they're like, "Are you TFI?" I didn't even get a chance to answer because everybody behind me went, "Yes, he is. That's him." I'm like, "Oh."
That's cool.
Yeah. So they started saying that that they love our work and everything that we do, and that was such a heartwarming moment. And there were a few members from the Discord that came up to me to say hi and such, and then I felt bad because there was every single time we left the con, I would get a DM from someone on Instagram saying, "Oh, you were there? I would have loved to have met you."
Yeah, I think you told me there was one Saturday right after we left. You got a text hey, are you still at the con? You're like, no, but I'll be there tomorrow. I'm like, oh, I'm just doing the one day.
Yeah.
I felt so bad about that.
That happened yesterday too. There was someone in Artist Alley that they follow me on Twitter. They do really, really good art. And they
What's their account?
Oh, let me find him.
I want to know if I bought art from them because that might help me remember which artist So Richard Reyes?
Yes. So he sent me a DM on Instagram saying that they wanted to say hi, and they saw me for a fleeting moment as I walked by, and then when I read that, I'm like, damn it! I really gotta start checking my DMs.
Yeah,
a bit
we
more.
also we gotta start. I feel like we gotta start because we get so excited that we get there and it's not. We really need to start making hey, we're here announcement type things and maybe even promoting it more on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like people just don't even realize that we're there, and then
I was just gonna. They should go to every every convention regardless.
Yeah.
Expect us to be there constantly.
Yeah, we're
Be
always-
forever disappointed.
What I find funny is I didn't realize this until afterwards, but for those who know on Twitter, is the Rise of the Beast trailer out guy. He was at the panel.
That would
watching
have
it.
been fun to say hi.
He
Yeah,
was
no, he was
there.
at the panel.
Oh, really?
In his picture of the panel, you can see you guys, and
Really?
Cooler Red's holding his ear above.
I would have liked. That would have been fun. That would have been
That would've
also.
been funny.
I knew he was gonna be there, but I was like, I just kind of forgot.
And yet another year where I don't know anything about him other than he likes Rise of the Beast.
He really likes that
That'd
movie. It would have been so funny if he was like, man, that movie sucks.
I just wanted to put a face to the guy because
Yeah.
I've just known him
No.
as the title card.
I know he's British.
I've heard his
He is?
voice.
Yeah.
He's British?
I think so.
A fucking limey.
No,
sake.
no. But I like that. What with Comet and Cam, there was two
God.
interactions that came out. I became his best friend. I don't care what anyone says. I'm now Comet and Cam's #1 friend. We bumped into each other like 3 times and we said hi.
And we said
No.
hi.
But Gavin probably became his enemy.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna edit this out of the podcast or not the podcast. They're gonna edit this out of the
I hope they don't.
There's a part where Sam slips into his British accent because if you know Sam, you know he is from like he was you were born in Britain, right?
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
nasty,
So he
dude.
is British, but he has a so he
It
can
is.
have an accent. And so at one point on the panel, because Comet and Cam has an accent, Sam slips into it, and they're like, "Oh, you're British? Yeah. Oh, it's me." Like it was kind of like a fellow British person. And then Gavin just yells, "Gross!" and Sam laughs, and Comet and Cam just looks at him.
No, the entire panel laughed. That was like my
Yeah.
5 seconds of fame.
5 seconds. Of
Everyone
fame.
laughed except for Cam. He
Yeah.
just looked at me. He was like, "Huh?" Like he looked.
He looked at you?
No, he looked at you.
Oh, you looked
yeah,
at
he was
me?
just kind of like.
Huh?
I don't know if he was like going at you directly, or just kind of like.
Like,
It
in that
didn't even
area?
seem like a mad upset. It seemed more like a just like
Oh.
aw.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're British. It comes with it. You know, people just don't like you.
No, we already agreed. Like British Transformers fans are cool though.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, okay, so British people, fuck, nasty. Ugh. You know,
Thank you. Thanks, Gavin.
No problem.
Okay.
Like, oh, get some crumpets, and they're not even. Let me get a biscuit, okay? Like, I'm okay. Expecting like like Popeye's biscuit, like regular biscuit. It's a cookie. It's a bland cookie.
So okay,
What is with that?
okay.
What is?
Speaking of Popeye's biscuits,
Oh God.
who I don't know how many people know about.
Frank.
So there's this person. He's in our Discord. We talk to him quite a bit. Frank. Isn't it like Frank 17 Second or
Yeah.
something?
Studios, yeah.
Yeah, Frank 17 Second. He was there at the con. At one point, our whole group, we left, and we went to a Popeyes, and we're all ordering food, and Frank doesn't ask, I guess he didn't have enough Popeyes money, so instead of asking any of us for help, he goes, I gotta min-max, like, making money. I gotta buy something cheap. So I'm gonna only buy sides. And he decides, in his brilliant mind, to order 6 Popeyes biscuits. Now, I'm from the States. Popeyes biscuits are pretty good. The one
I'm from the States.
the Popeyes biscuits in Canada are dry.
You from the States?
I mean, the regular biscuits are already dry, but the Canadian ones, at least the one we went to, were beyond dry. They were like overcooked.
Yeah.
They were. So he's waiting like 20 minutes for these 6. He gets to his table so happy that he got his Popeyes biscuits. Takes one bite and then just looks so sad. He's just like, what have I done?
No, here's the thing too. Because like I was in the same situation. I was like, okay, I only had like $10 for food. Okay, I'm gonna do mac and cheese and mashed potatoes. That's like $9. Okay, right?
Yep.
I tried one of MK's. I think it was your biscuit, and I was like, because you didn't want it.
No, I had a biscuit.
Oh, it
no, I
was-
think you took like you took someone else's,
It
but
was
I had my
somebody's
biscuit.
biscuit. I had it, and I was like, oh, this is just terribly all right.
Yeah.
And it was painfully just.
No, because we had tried that, but once before Frank got his biscuits, when he was
Mm-hmm.
still waiting, we had that reaction, and then he's gonna be so
Yeah, it's
disappointed.
gonna be so mad.
Like,
And we laughed at him for it, too.
Yeah.
I almost felt bad.
It was-
I
I
did.
just got like
Almost.
2 small sides of mashed potatoes and mac and cheese, and it was good. Mash and cheese.
Mac's famous mac and cheese.
Yeah, mash and cheese.
Yeah, no,
Mac and cheese.
it was nice seeing Frank though. He got me. It was kind of a trade because I gave him something and I gave him a choice. I was like, I'm either gonna sell this to you. So Frank needed a Laser Optimus and I didn't want mine anymore. So I gave him a deal. He can either buy it for me for $35 or he could go to the con and I could find something around that price and he could buy it for me and we'd trade. So that's how I got a Henkai Sideswipe, which is really nice. And I brought it with me. It should be over there actually.
I ate it.
Oh.
It's gone now.
Okay, well, there went my. But yeah, there was a lot of fun people that we met up with. We met up with who all did we?
On the floor, no less. What's cool, right?
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
he doing
right.
over
They're
there?
safer on the floor.
I can play with him.
Yeah, so who all did we hang out with, Sam? I figured you'd be the one to list everyone.
And then outside of like YouTube content creators, we had a lot of other people come in from our Discord, mainly bot members. Of course, Frank. We had Steam Tracks, we had Shock Blaster, Fire Strike, Puncture. Those guys were really great to see. Cringe, of course, and then we also had Zeta. So all the people were from the Discord that we know personally. That was everybody, I think.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I feel like we're missing someone. I'm gonna feel so bad. Cringe. Did we say cringe?
No, yeah, we said cringe.
Okay.
Did you say
Yeah,
Shock?
Shock.
That's everyone. That's everyone.
Okay. There's
yeah.
also just random people that just walk up to us and start conversations. And
Yeah,
we're like,
I know for a fact one of the people that walked up to me a couple times, I think, was Jaws Prime. He's in the server.
there was actually someone who, on the Sunday towards the end, where we were all hanging out, there was someone that actually came up and chatted with us for a bit. His name was Chris. He was that guy that kind of came up and sat in the corner. He was talking to us, and then when the Cosmos came...
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
His Twitter is the Silent G. I found that out because, right when I was sitting in your spot, the first thing I do is open up Twitter to his tweet, and I look over, I'm like, hey, because I didn't know his name was Chris at the time. I was like, hey. He goes, oh, hey, my name's Chris. I'm like, yeah. Is this your Twitter? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I just opened Twitter to this. And then I started following him.
Actually, it reminds me, right when I opened my Twitter at one point, I saw the person who won
The Cosmos, and then they
they were
walked
right.
past.
I got to hold the $1,000 Cosmos custom.
I know. I was scared the whole time. I'm like, you're going to find a way to break
Yeah.
it.
I would find a way.
It was just a blast meeting people. I feel like we were a little more social this year. I feel like every year we're just going to get... Because if we keep going, we're going to start seeing the same faces. So it's going to get to the point where, 4 years from now, we're going to be going again. It's going to be like, hey there, It'd
be really cool if one day we had, somehow, if we had our own booth.
Yes.
And sold, merch, stickers, drawings, concept art stuff that we've had
We
done.
need to hire someone on the team who can, make that from scratch. No, one of the things, that I hope to do with every year is just kind of build up a community around the TFCon and just because I like meeting everyone. One of my favorite things is when you you're sitting there and you buy a brand new toy and then someone comes up and is like, oh my god, that's Energon, or that's Universe Classics Skywarp. That's a repaint of Beast Machine's Jetstorm, and you're just like, wow, you know that. I'm with people who also know these really niche
We didn't know
things.
that.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
We didn't know
we
that till this
didn't.
morning.
I knew that.
No, you
and you
didn't.
thought I was wrong.
I didn't think you were wrong. I just was confused because I didn't know there were two Beast Machines
You're just a
Jetstorms.
fake Transformer fan. And you don't
I
know
will
every
take
movie.
that.
Ooh,
I-
yeah. Just got you there.
No, it's just really fun to meet everyone and have, kind of a sense of community. So yeah, this TFCon was just a lot of fun, and I honestly can't wait for next year. It's already over, and I'm like, well, can it be 2024 already?
Well, see, I almost feel bad because, Matt and I still, go to the usual conventions that are kind of like TFCon, but they will have more than just Transformers.
Go outside.
Yeah, it's smaller, but it's more stuff.
It's smaller, but I'm not gonna I can't say it feels all that different. It's just when we go to a TFCon, it's 99% Transformers and Transformers voice actors, but when we go to the toy fairs, it's 50% Transformers, 50% all the other things.
And I can buy X-Men figures without being mocked.
Yes, you can.
You were marked for buying X-Men figures?
No, it's
I mocked them on Saturday.
It's a Transformers con, and Matt always finds a way to buy an X-Men. We did it last year too.
We got
Tradition.
We got back to my place after Saturday, and we laid out all of our bad decisions on the table. And Matt brings out more Marvel than he did Transformers at first. And I went, you went to a Transformers convention.
That was the
and you
first.
bought
That
Marvel.
wasn't this year.
Yeah, it was.
No, I had
That was this year too.
Yeah, this
I
year.
had some, but I still bought a lot of Transformers.
You pulled out.
I have pictures.
You pulled out the Marvel first.
That's true because they.
It was not bad.
Yeah, that's true.
He did get the only Inferno, though.
That is true, or at least the only one I could find.
Yeah.
So I pretty much think that's all that we have to talk about this podcast. This is a short one because it is hot and musty in this cramped collection room.
And there's 5 of us.
Well,
And just let us know what you thought of TFCon. What'd you buy? How did you see any panels? Did you meet anything? Just tell us how you felt about the con.
So we're gonna end it here because everyone's sanity is dropping.
It's so hot.
It is-
It's so hot in here,
Yeah.
Sam. We gotta go.
I gotta stand up.
Okay,
This
so
room is very warm.
again, everyone, thanks for joining, and those
wait.
those listening, thank you
Wait.
for listening.
Well, hold the phone.
Yeah.
Do you remember? So you know that like noise Bumblebee makes? Like I like
my
how they
God.
like. So like if you notice in every movie, every live action movie, whenever he's attacking someone, he goes like, "Hurrah!"
Yeah.
That's I just thought it was funny.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hurrah!
All right, farewell, everyone. This is how we're gonna end it. Just
Hurrah! Oh! Hurrah!